Hey everybody, Corey Reed, Ocean Blue Yacht Sales. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're doing something a little different. We're actually on the water today. So I have a customer's boat of mine here that I'm help selling for him. It's a brokerage boat, brand new 2023 WorldCat 230 dual console, and with twin 115s. See the motors there behind me. And gonna do a quick walkthrough inside the boat, and then I want to jump on the behind the throttles here and show you guys how to operate this and hopefully get rid of some of the misconceptions that WorldCat has out there on the runnability. It's a really phenomenal boat, and I'm gonna run you through that today, so stay tuned. All right, as we are in a no-wake zone, I figured this would be a great time to stop and show you guys these engines and do the walkthrough real quick. But twin 115s only has 66 hours on these engines. Customer already did a 20-hour service, so this boat is ready for its next owner. And I want to show you guys just how wide and how big that swim platform is. That's what separates WorldCat maybe from some of the other manufacturers of catamarans. Is that swim platform is what all the customers love, just how easy it is to get it on and off of the boat. Super simple while you're operating it out on the water. Right here in the middle you have a 30-gallon live well, and then you have two seats too that underneath those seats are also storage, so you can store some of your belongings underneath there if you had to. I'm gonna flip around so you can see this lounge seat here. Right now it's set up for two people facing aft and forward. If you want, you could just step right on this bar that releases it and allows you to fold it all the way down, or if you wanted to, it could stop 3/4 of the way as well, and then you have a lounge position. So that's really neat. Captain's chair here with some storage underneath. Gonna go over the dash panel once we operate the boat. Inside here is a head. We're using it just for storage right now, but you'll see here it's actually pretty big for a 23-foot boat. Those are all the covers, and then that's actually the platform that you can put right in the middle here, so you have a loud sun pad to lay out on if you wanted to. So this boat is super clean. It's nice, pretty much brand new, gently used. It does come with an anchor and rope as well. So I'm gonna get behind the throttles now, and I want to show you guys some of the performance benefits that catamarans have. All right, we are behind the wheel now, and I wanted to briefly go over why I believe catamarans are some of the better performing boats over there. Essentially, you have two holes under one boat. This middle portion of the boat right there is a tunnel that allows air and water to go through it, and the more air and the more water you put in that tunnel, the softer your landing and the softer your ride is going to be. So if you haven't had a chance to experience a ride on a catamaran, you got to feel it for yourself in order to really kind of get a good idea. But another great benefit is the hole shot. I'm going to get on plane here in a minute. You'll realize that we have a very quick and fast hole shot, and I'm also going to operate the trim as my trim tabs. There's no trim tabs on cats because you don't need them. You can operate the motors and keep a stable ride depending on the wind and the current and everything else that goes into performing and driving a boat. And I'm going to kind of operate and show you how to do that, and hopefully you guys get a good idea as what I'm talking about. So let's go ahead and get on plane. I'm going to keep the screen up and kind of walk through it as you can see it. So you can already tell we're already on plane, and I'm going to leave the trim indicators right here so you can see that. Catamarans perform best when you trim up because that allows more air and more water to go through that tunnel. So as we're performing here, you'll see we're about half trim. And what I want to show you is, if I want the starboard side of the boat to go down or up, I need to operate my port side motor as a trim tab. So watch the starboard side. I'm going to go down with my port motor, and we're going to go down. I don't know if you can see that, but we're going to go down starboard side. If I wanted to go up, I needed to go up with my port motor, and we will go up. Kind of see how we're tilted there. So that's how you can operate a catamaran, by using your trim tabs, and it really makes a huge difference while you're operating, because these boats are already stable but sometimes they can catch one of the pontoons over the other. And when that happens, you have to be able to adjust to make sure everybody on the boat is enjoying themselves and having a good ride. So this is a small little wake here. You won't really be able to tell the huge benefits of catamarans based off of this wake, but we won't even feel this as we go over it. And the bigger the wake, it's funny, I tell customers, you literally need to go faster going into a wake because, like I said, again, more air in that tunnel, the softer the landing. Kind of counterintuitive at first, but once you get a chance to operate these boats, you'll really understand that there's not too many out there. Stability-wise, not to mention the draft. It's only 11 inches. This is a 23-foot boat, and it can draft in 11 inches of water. So all these things start to stack up. And like I mentioned, this boat's for sale. I wanted to get on here, do a quick video, kind of show you how to operate that trim, just so you guys can get a really good understanding on that. Because again, some people will say, oh, well, you can't turn a catamaran fastly. Well, again, if you just say I'm turning left, cats do tend to turn flat. But if I turn left and I lower my starboard motor down, that side down right there is going to stay lower, and it's going to help you turn this vessel pretty quickly, as quickly as you need to stay safe. That's all that is. You just have to get on behind the wheel, practice a little bit, but it pays off tremendously. We'll go ahead and get back on the plane here, turn around, and that, you can see that port side is starting to bite. So if I want to lift it, I just raise the starboard motor, and now we're lifting again. So hopefully that helps, guys. Like I said, this boat is for sale. Call me, message me, email me if you're interested. I'd love to get a chance to take you guys on a catamaran and really get a great understanding of how these boats perform. Thank you, guys. Okay, so one other thing I wanted to touch on, when you're operating the engines and you're messing with the trim levels, one great thing that this boat can provide you is your indicators. I didn't really go over that too much. So the level right here that you see is the level of depth that the motors are at. So when I say trim up, right now your motors are about a halfway point. It's important to know that because sometimes, you know, you're over here, you're operating the trim levels independently, and if I go up with the starboard motor, you'll realize here that one is higher than the other. If I go down, obviously you can lower it. The best performance though that you're gonna get whole shot wise, so trying to get up on plane, you just wanna make sure those engines are all the way down. Every boat's pretty universal in that regard. So we're gonna get up on plane, engines all the way down. Boom, we're on plane. Once we're on plane, then you can operate and you can raise both engines. It's about halfway. Like I mentioned, that's usually where the sweet spot is for operation. And then once you're there, you can operate independently each motor. So again, if I wanted starboard side to go down, I go over here, I go down port side motor, and when I do that, you'll see we'll dip one way. I want to go back up, you go up, we'll go the other way. And it's important to realize that when you do that, it's going to change, right? So now you see how high that port side motor is. So just a couple of things to keep in mind. Like I said, at first glance, it might be overwhelming, but the more you practice this, the better you get, just like anything in life. And of course, if you have any questions, concerns, issues, just give me a call. Thanks, everybody. Hope you enjoyed. All right, there you guys have it. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope somebody got something out of that. And ultimately, what you want is a nice, effortlessly day out on the water with whoever you're bringing on the boat. So hopefully that helps you guys get to that point. And of course, if you're interested in this particular model, we sell them Ocean Blue Yacht Sales here in Store, Florida. Give me a call. I'll have my information at the end of the video. But as always, appreciate the love and support. If you don't mind hitting that like and subscribe button, I'd greatly appreciate it. And we'll see you next time.